Mike Tomlin has the Steelers rolling 3-0, one of only 4 teams as of right now, Sunday night, that remains undefeated. And look, Mike Tomlin, one of the greatest coaches of all time. No doubt about it. He's made things look better than they are supposed to multiple times in his career. He's opened up the season against some teams that aren't, they're not slouches by any means. Like the Falcons, he beat the Falcons 18-10. The Broncos 13-6, and now the Chargers 20-10 in their most, I think, impressive win as far as like how they looked on the field. I think this was the game where you saw the Steelers kind of come into their own and figure out everything. So, is it time to take Fields seriously, just as serious as we take Mike Tomlin?
You added the qualifier on the end. As serious as we take Mike Tomlin, no. But yeah, it is time to take Justin Fields serious. And we thought he would look good in this Arthur Smith offense. Preseason, we both, I remember asking you, when do you think it is that Justin Fields will start? Because we thought Russell Wilson would start. We both said, I think, week 5, week 6, the Russell Wilson injury has opened it up for Justin Fields. There's no going back. Because Justin Fields, I'm telling you this, I know it's early. Chicago's looking over their shoulder. And I was a proponent of saying Chicago should draft Caleb Williams and move Justin Fields. But man, you see what a quarterback looks like when he's with a good offensive coordinator. And because say what you will about Arthur Smith, he's a good offensive coordinator, okay? And with a team that kind of believes in him and wants him, Justin Fields looks good. He's not just running around looking to scramble. He stood in the pocket today, Ryan. 25 for 32, 245 yards, a touchdown and a pick, multiple high-level quarterback throws where he stood in the pocket, went through his reads, moved off platform, reset his feet, and delivered dimes. It's not hyperbole to say I'm shocked. I'm shocked at how well Justin Fields is playing. And the thing is, with the Steelers, it's a defensive culture. It's a dominant defense, suffocates you, low-scoring team. When you have a quarterback that's just competent, that's just above average, and pair him with a good head coach, a good offensive coordinator, and a dominant defense, you can win as many games as you want. Justin Fields on this Steelers team is exactly what Mike Tomlin and Pittsburgh have been missing for years. I'm telling you, man, if I'm any other team in the league, I'm looking at the Steelers and getting a little worried.
Well, look, I didn't think that in week 3 we'd be sitting here and saying that the Steelers were atop the AFC North by a long shot.
Yes.
Tristan, it's not even close.
Nope.
Because every other team, guess how many wins they have? 1.
Single.
They have 1 win. The Bengals, who I know will play tomorrow night and hopefully will get a win.
Maybe.
But right now they have zilch, 0, nada. However many other ways you want to say the word 0, they have that many. The Steelers are a sneaky team to watch out for. They're one of those teams that at preseason, nobody gave them any hope, and they seem to be putting it together week after week, and that's a testament to this team, their belief in the team, and then also Mike Tomlin's marvelous, masterful coaching abilities. One thing I want to say about Justin Fields, we can't discredit who he has in his ear and at practice with him every single day. I think Russell Wilson is really helping this kid along, and I can call him kid because I'm almost 30. I think he's really helping him along, and I think you've seen the development of Justin Fields go leaps and bounds compared to where he was at Chicago just a year ago. And I think Russell Wilson has a lot to do with that. I believe that. I don't know. I haven't read the reports or anything, but just, if you ask me to blindly judge this, I think you can see some of the Russell Wilson qualities coming out in Justin Fields.
Well, it's interesting because I would almost feel like he played more Wilson-like before. Like, I've been surprised at his willingness to stand in the pocket and just deliver. Like, it's not like, and I said last week, let's not freak out over Justin Fields because they're not scoring a bunch of points. And I know they only put up 20 today. But today, just watching the game, he took a big step today in the way he played quarterback.
He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, and compared to the previous 2 weeks. He's looking to pass first, whereas before he wasn't. And I don't care what anybody says. I watched the film. In Chicago, he wasn't reading the play, wasn't reading the defense. He wasn't seeing the field well. Now, maybe that's because of Chicago, but I'm just saying.
Right. Well, and that's probably true because, you look at who's over there now, Caleb Williams, right? And you think, well, maybe it's not just the quarterback.
Right. It's like the Spider-Man meme, where they're pointing at each other. Like, what's the difference?
That's right. Yeah, they're all the same. But that's what I mean by Russell Wilson qualities. Not necessarily the play style of Russell Wilson, but just the mentorship and the seniority and the experience in the game that Russell Wilson has translating to Fields on the field.
Confidence,
weird statement
too.
to say, but yes. Yeah, confidence goes along with that, right? I think that you're starting to see Justin Fields, who could actually be an NFL caliber quarterback.
Absolutely.
For a franchise for the long haul.
Isn't it just amazing how big of a difference a quarterback plays when they're with someone that believes in them? Look at Justin Fields, Chicago, when he knew he was a lame duck quarterback, to now where Mike Tomlin has his back, where he says, you're our quarterback, we're rolling with you. Look at Malik Willis in Tennessee. He looked like he couldn't start college ball. And now Matt LaFleur has him looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the league after 2 weeks. It just shows how much coaching matters in this league, man. It is everything. And you put Justin Fields with a good defense, a good offensive coordinator, and like you said, a genius in Mike Tomlin. He looks great. And Steelers' next few games, Colts, Cowboys, Raiders, those are all winnable games. The Steelers are in a really good position right now.
Which brings me to my final point of discussion, the AFC North. This wasn't on the script, but again, I'm going to bring it to you. You look at these other teams in the AFC North. You have the Bengals, question mark. We'll get some of those answers probably tomorrow night, Monday night. You get the Browns, awful team. Like, we just know it. The fact that they have one win is miraculous to me. Then you have the Ravens, a team who has not won by more than a touchdown, more than 7 points, and they've barely squeaked out wins here and there. Somehow they, I say wins, they've only won one game. My bad, today against the Cowboys. And they almost found a way to lose that, by the way. And we'll talk about that later too. But do you think that going into week 8, week 9, later on in the year, we get double-digit weeks in, are the Steelers still atop this AFC North? Because as of right now, I don't see any team that's capable of overcoming them at this point.
It's a little too early for me to go there. I mean, it's looking good the way the schedule is. I still like Baltimore, though, and I'm not giving up on Cincinnati. We're recording this before the Monday night game, so we don't know. I think it's too early to say. Is there a chance the Steelers are still atop the division? Yeah. I mean, they're in the best position, but I wouldn't hand the division to them yet. I think this one's going to be competitive as we get into the later weeks of the season.